Hello. I don't have very much time. We've only got an hour and a half, something like that. But we're going to try and speed run through, hopefully, at least just these two maps. Because we don't have time to do much else. So, I don't even know really why I bothered turning my stream on, frankly. Because we're just going to have to turn it off again in an hour and a half. But whatever. Might get a YouTube video out of it. Who knows? I'm going to launch Epic Pen and then we're ready to go.
Are you streaming?
Yeah.
Just want to show off.
New tattoo.
That's it. That's all.
Okay. Bring up the monitor capture. I already watched map 1, but I wasn't able to watch map 2 or map 3 yet. So map 1, I felt like it was a comp that looked half-baked. PRX making a lot of individual errors as well. Way too much from like them trying to just assume that Sentinels would be 5 hitting every site all the time. Got caught by the lurks from Zelsis and John Cutie constantly. Certainly a solid showing from Sentinels and a really good showing from Zelsis and John. But just PRX didn't even get to a point where it was an interesting game. They just made way too many mistakes. I'd love to watch T1 EDG, guys, but I don't have time. My schedule today got busted, so I can't watch the game before Plat Chat. Plat Chat's in like an hour and a half. So I've just got to blaze through these and see if we can get through them as quickly as possible to get as much idea as possible about what's going on. And then, yeah, we'll definitely do a VOD review of those games, but
Sentinels
might be after Plat Chat, might be tomorrow. Don't know.
Start here on B. They will be on defense. PRX on the attack, and like you mentioned, Achilles, a lot of focus going to be on that KO usage from Forsaken. If you can find that, if you can find that cipher being played by John,
it's a freaker, so the fucking.
Then that site should be alive for as long.
Okay, well at least these binds work.
On mid so that even if B gets opened up,
so Sentinel's defense on Sunset has normally been pretty bad. We're expecting something similar.
Very commonly seen at all.
Strange composition by PRX again.
In the last season, not too much spotted there, but now.
Why is Jing even playing? Jing can't play during the regular season, right? Wait, let's just, before we go any further. So they needed to run a raise on. So Monyet played only Omen in this whole series. He played Omen map 1 and Omen map 3. They played Jet Reyna and Yoru when Jing wasn't in. So it looks like they currently don't have a plan to play Raze without playing Jing.
They would have given him footsteps.
And they also don't have a plan to play Monyet on Duelist. So that doesn't inspire faith in what PRX are up to.
Yeah, okay, even leisure to pick up the ult orb.
Sale, thanks for the 13 months. You think you'll VOD review the Game Changers games? No, I've already looked at the Game Changers game off stream. That's what I did this morning.
That does keep something alive. Okay, I'm seeing the theory here. Right, something can
So,
still have his gun out at all times. Go for the duels.
No, I need to catch up on the Freaker stuff if I'm going to be VOD reviewing anything.
Backside, but nobody there. Even though they were able to rely on that Gecko for the plant. Now Divide finding 1 second, going to be taken down off screen as something. Gets himself an elimination. Spot on to Sauce just around the corner of that smoke.
It's a weird composition, this, from PRX. I mean, that Dizzy found a lot of value. We'll skip through this eco round as well. It's another A hit that was successful. Alright, so now what have we got? 10 stones to smoke on a one-way from the other side of the map. Alright, so they've gone A 2 rounds in a row. Now they're going over towards B. They get flanked through mid, and Tens just has his back completely open to mid. Zekken runs in and kills Devi, just fragging his way through it. So now you've got a 3v3. Decent utility to try and re-clear in from Zekken and Zelsis. Aftershock as well to try and push somebody back, and PRX are going to try and take Boba because they know that both players are over there. So I like that idea from something. Really active. Good stun. But it does mean that there's a spacing problem there for Zekken and Zelsis because Zelsis had to be in a different position for the stun. Why did Zekken only have... Wait, Zekken has a Vandal. And then when he took the duel, he was shooting with the Spectre, wasn't he? Oh no, sorry, Dude, I'm looking at something using a Spectre. Bit whiffy from Zekken.
They didn't quite clear out John Cutie, so that was a bit of a danger, but they will be able to clear after the first kill, get that trade down, and now PRX going to look to slow things down with the Cypher setups. Yep. He's cutting off all these
So now Tens has moved away from Angry B. Whatever, we're going to skip this because it's an eco round. Wait, maybe we shouldn't. So they ran into the stack on A.
Weapon cannot be recovered. They have to back away from this position as PRX continues to flood forward.
PRX is also kind of stuck here, though. If they don't
Zekken wins another duel.
Rest only on to one, and Zekken with a headshot will take down something, delivering his first death.
Good morning, Pandolce. Dolce. How's it going? Thank you very much for the sub. Alright, so they are going to be able to get through this eventually. Have a look at the next round. Forsaken has a big ultimate to work with. And Sen are really close. They're going to fight for this ult orb. Zekken's going to get it, I assume. Alright, they should be able to see that. Both Razors got the ult. Alright, so now they're going to go and re-clear A.
Interesting to note that PRX threw the paint shells on B
Haunted mid.
to break the trap wire, and the one
Active from
round
Zekken and Sassy trying to re-clear through mid.
We back off. It wasn't there the last round. He didn't install it. Good awareness here from Jing.
They know that there's two people. That's pretty great info from the Dizzy. That's pretty fantastic.
The trade set up, but it's all just in for
trying to go off the boom bot. Good paranoia from Tens. And he's got himself onto an angle where he has to try and take the duel. Dizzy's gonna find him as well. Dude, Tens is just so out in the open. He still kills two. Demon.
Then Jing gets traded. 2v4. Monsters advantage here. Poor Sentinels try to get themselves this first round win, and now it's just Mind Freak left standing, and he's been noted.
Was this a good defensive round?
Swing out comes through. Great time.
No, I don't think so. I think Tens hit some really nice shots, and Zekken... I mean, there's obviously a plan there for Zekken to swing off Tens' contact, but I don't think it's reliable. I like that idea. That's a cool idea. It doesn't work, but it's a cool idea.
Yeah, Zekken lands just a step behind from where he wanted to get to peek out, so he has to swing back out, gives just enough time.
Now what do you do in the 4v5?
Turn around despite the stun.
I know exactly where you are.
And that's the neural theft. Sentinels are just going to say, okay, information's given up anyway. Let's just back off, go for the retake on either side.
Yeah, they're fairly scattered into the neutral positions, which does allow them to get a fast rotate into position here for this A-side take. So everybody...
What does that flash do?
Ready. Try to shut this one down. Pushing forward.
Tens trying to get an angle above that. Not a bad idea. A lot of omens love to do that. There's good awareness from the PRX guys. Haunt lands onto Forsaken. And they're pushing people back. Oh, they have flash. They have stun. There's a stun. That's a good stun. Sassy dies to the lurk, though. John Cutie also... Oh my god. Dude, what is going on over here? What a fucking wild round. Dude, how do I fucking pause it? What a wild round that is. That is a silly, silly round.
Everybody getting caught by the... They empty the side. Mind Freak is not hit. Faultline, however, will catch him.
The Thrash coming in and detaining Mind Freak and John Cutie is so funny.
Everybody getting caught by the Thrash.
And then the fact that Zelsis doesn't even kill Mind Freak. John must be coming that.
Mind Freak survives.
Do you have
Wait.
interest to watch Partying Riot Games Convergence featuring
Yeah,
global
definitely.
Sports, Vitality, True Rippers?
I've already applied to do co-streaming for that,
on the
Susie.
14th to the 17th of December.
Yeah, I've already applied to do co-streaming for that. Thanks for the 100 bits. I did not realize that Carpe was T1's IGL for this event. I had no idea. I thought Rossi was for sure going to be the IGL.
Now look for the TP up, but Divine
How does that make any sense?
Oh,
manages to find the 4K to end it. We can't. Okay, you know what? We weren't sure how much. Just ready for a hug.
Yeah, well, I mean, it paid off that Divine went for, you know, the flank all
Paper
the way
Thin
around.
said
You
he's a
realize
sub
usually
IGL for this
online,
event.
They had to have.
What does that even mean? What does that even? What does that mean? Does that mean normally? So that means normally Zeta is in the roster, IGLing.
Have a backup plan. They can't just try to re-peak.
But they didn't for this event for some reason.
Wow, bit of a
Keeps those early duels.
time will tell, but started on Breeze. Just inverted for Paper X to be the one in the lead. Second again, looking for the rush play, jumps in, but Forsaken again. is
Same
right
thing
for it,
again.
Changes up his position, hands over, still on top of the box. Able to find one, so equalized, both teams losing their raises within the first 20 seconds of the round.
Yeah, just a backup coming in quick from.
So now 10's TP's over to B. Can Paper X realize that the A site is completely open?
B side, but a heads up play from both teams. Paper X.
Cage trigger.
Near-roll theft across. Getting the spot out.
Oh,
Molly,
that does damage
10,
now.
he can't get out of it.
Heads up play from both teams. Paper X.
Cage trigger.
Near-roll theft across. Getting the spot out.
Oh, that
Molly.
does damage now.
He can't get out of it. TP not gonna be fast enough. Something coming away with the kill.
I'm not even going to say the thing. I'm not even going to say the thing because it's so obvious.
And 10's gonna be kicking himself for that one. Clear onto the trap wire.
I'm just going to start playing the clips
Within the smoke.
when they happen, and I'm not going to say the thing. I've already said the thing.
Right on the haunt. Not revealed.
Surely
Know that
PRX
there's gonna be
cannot
someone within
actually
the
be
site.
planning to play Mon yet on Omen, right?
But this is all just a bot.
I don't know. I don't know, Sizable Yeet. I don't know. I assume Monya would be on Duelist. It doesn't make any sense to me that he would be their smokes player now, and to have Mind Freak rotate around, or for him to even sub out when they don't run double smokes maps. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me.
By time though, because something is coming around and Device stays alive.
Can't find anything. Does manage to find a kill though with the cleanup coming through. No audio.
Yeah,
required.
so
Paper X will still close out the round, and that's a really hefty commitment here from the side of Sentinels. Having that nightfall now.
Good afternoon, Mr. Show. Are you
I
on
mean-
Flat Chat this week?
The combo of Zekken and Tens are just running these rounds into the ground at the moment. Spalander, thank you for the 4 months. They're not even interesting rounds because they're just super, well, fairly ambitious attempts by Zekken. To do it once is fine. To do it again is, without the showstopper, is a bit bonkers. But I guess he thought it was a good idea. He just got unlucky the first time, which, to be fair, kind of did. Forsaken just hit a shot on him even though he was stunned. But
Operated players from this team during
they're just down like
Pacific's regular season as well.
4v5 or 3v5
And he is continuing
every round in the post pipe. They're never winning this game if
Feels like
that's
the
happening.
aggressive, very much woken up.
Oh, command at the ready. That's all the trap wires gone.
Yep, takes it away.
Yeah, I think the KO can be really good on this map.
Do nothing but
The problem is not finding a good composition on Sunset. It's what do you not have in your comp? Do you what I mean is, like, is it more important to have a Viper? Probably not. Is it more important to have 2 initiators? Okay. Is it more important to have 2 really big initiators like the Breach and the Fade, or is it more important to have the counter to the Cypher trips? There's a lot that's good on this map, but it's just about what's the most good. KO's definitely good on this map. Whether or not it's the most good,
man as well.
I don't really know.
Wanting to be able to potentially get that days off.
I don't know because there's a lot of other really good options.
Have to be aware that there's going to be more flanks. I mean, that's been Paper X's MO, both on Breeze and here on Sunset. So they got to go in quick and have someone watching market.
But so far, this match has been disappointingly low level from each team so far.
The back away comes through. They know the rocket's going to be sent towards them. So it's up, being avoided. Tense, however, with the Guardian looking for a second kill. Will get taken down, but Sentinels getting themselves into a very strong.
I'm missing something here. Why did they all play off-site post-plant?
Potentially get that days off.
Is it just because they're scared of the showstopper?
Showstopper, and they have to be aware that there's going to be more flanks. I mean, that's been PRX's MO, both on Breeze and here on Sunset. So they got to go in quick and have someone watching market.
Get this rocket lined up. Second, trying to think about where they could be approaching from, where they could be swatted at, rather, inside of
They just sent the
back away comes through. They know the rocket's gonna be
Molly
sent
and the
towards them.
wingman
So,
instantly.
being avoided. Tense, however, with the Guardian looking for a second kill. Will get
Got no more
taken
utility
down,
to try and get back in.
getting themselves into a very strong position. Something trying to spam out, doesn't find anything. The grab here onto the spike, holding for the defuse.
Wait, there's
Something
no way that
trying to
something's...
stop them.
yeah,
Cannot.
okay.
Do they have the time? Yes, they do.
Oh,
And that actually got really
Remaining
close, despite the fact that they just
straight
played
by.
off-site
would've been
the whole time.
though.
Red Bull, we saw some sunset. It was 6-6 at the end of the half, so maybe Sentinels can make that happen as a thrash. Oh, it's such a shallow angle. Second, they can't reach the corner. He can't.
Second looks really uncomfortable taking these early fights. It's clear that he wants to do something to set his team up for an advantage, but he's like still jumping and moving when he takes his first shot there, so it's miles away from his crosshair. He's had 2 rounds where he just launched himself down tiles. It's really... Compare this map to Sentinels playing defense on any other map that they play, and look at the difference in how Zekken plays.
Can't try to take it down instead. Defying.
He's just throwing his life away at the beginning of the rounds, desperate to try and get something done because his team don't have any better
Pretty sure
ideas.
that Thrash ate that extra bullet here to keep Devi alive, so hey, it works out one way or another. Now Devi already watching for the other side.
The stack, though.
I think this comp is also, it really struggles on defense because, wait a second.
Down, actually, the aftershock finds him. Jing pushing forward, able to find one.
Yeah, but B's open. This is what Devi was setting up for. It's because they have the open ultimate.
And Tens gets value out of that
Can't stay
position
alive, though.
over the smoke.
Loves that
Nice.
box. Just continues to play on top of it. This time just find a kill.
It's a good box.
Bring a market, divide. Good for one. Backs
Cage
away.
triggered.
Pops the cage. Both of them going to be just pulling back into B main.
They've got that camera to spot for them first, so just going for the 2v2, trying to swing out from left and right.
Cypher v Omen on both sides.
I like that Tens is prioritizing putting the smoke on the spike.
Let's go out.
It's a super basic thing, but it's the kind of thing that I could imagine him forgetting.
He's not holding on to this one. John Cutie with the lurk forward. Finds the kill. Leaving it now to Mind Freak. Another tap. Time dwindling. Spots one, swings, gets him. The stick coming through. Tens just going to be holding this one, but Mind Freak
Unlucky.
narrowly gets the headshot to clutch it out.
Nice try, though.
PRX now moving up 7-2.
Are we skipping Breeze? I already watched Breeze. I watched it off stream. My schedule today has just been fucked, so I didn't have time to do things properly. I watched Breeze in my car on my phone
Other than to try to just stick it.
while I was driving.
But Jing finds
No.
Saucy. Catching him. Just no hope of escape.
I'm gonna skip this round.
So one
Buys. But still, the movement is always impressive. The crispness of the shots, always impressive. Prowler out, quick clear onto that.
Zekken pushing mid again, but this time slowly and with Tens.
Not much information gonna
No
be
smokes though in mid. They've decided to smoke over towards A main. Doesn't help them, but it does disguise it.
around the corner, and Tens
Oh my
are
god,
very
the entire stream lag there,
catching Divide unawares.
as Tens was just staring directly at Devi.
There was no way PRX could have
Oh yeah,
expected that.
Devi got baited in by the lack of smokes there actually. 5-head play.
Can't quite fault him. Just good heads up.
Certainly more high variance of a play,
Backing away, setting out a smoke here.
but it worked.
Spike just get brought around towards B. Answering smoke out from Tens, however, trying to dissuade them from pushing forward into that site.
Yeah, I think you have to push here top mid because you've
Yeah.
already given so much insight on B.
Need that Boba control, really, to try to wrap around. Push through market door shot. Likely
Their
to-
A is really weak.
Now Jing wasn't spotted. We'll
They've
see
just got
where-
Sassy trying to get information over there.
Forward now, though. Could've heard
Now he's
some
got
of
info.
Tens, however, gonna be good for one. Tries to clear out on that dizzy, but then gets taken down.
Dude,
Likely to just
I keep pressing the wrong
here.
buttons to try and
Now, Jing
change
wasn't spotted. We'll see if
what's
they're
happening.
aware.
So Zekken is in market right now,
Forward now, though.
and Tens just swings in.
Could've heard some of it. Tens, however, gonna be good for
Chad.
one. Tries to clear out
No
on that
paranoia
dizzy, but then
usage,
gets taken
Chad.
down. Second. Still in market, finds one.
30
Mind free.
seconds left.
We'll find him. 2v3.
Why destroyed?
Disadvantage for the side of PRX. 24 seconds now remaining. Spike needing to be planted. Jing, however, now finally striking. Catches Saucy, swing around the backside, Mind Freak finds John Cutie, the spike can be planted, and Celsius is the last one standing.
Oh, the time.
It does push them off, he's
Ooh.
Celsius gets lined up and stunned up.
If he'd been like a second later, they probably would have been able to get behind the pillar, and it would have been a lot more difficult for him.
Just
Perfect
starts with
timing.
a B. That's Celsius. Just high fashion.
Very excellently done from Celsius. A chance now for...
All right, so Jing has just double blast packed into the mid smoke instantly, as they make it feel like it's a mid to B with that paranoia. Tens just gets absolutely whacked in B main. Me when I'm an Omen and push instantly into B main in front of my Cypher setup. This Gecko? This Gecko's getting a lot of specific information about where people are holding. This Gecko is really helping to root people out of spots. John Cutie just got completely caught by it. There have been times where they used it over towards A, where it spotted somebody on both sides. The Dizzy is doing work.
Cannot get that second kill. It'll just be a 1-for-1 in that regard, but the advantage still held by PRX.
Yeah, second's a little far out, Sale.
Molly towards Boba. Neural theft going
Well.
through Celsius. Oh, this time. No
Hello,
shenanigans.
hello,
Third
hello.
take.
Oh
Yep,
my
okay,
fucking
finally got
god.
the kill. Took him a couple checks to be able to get it done, but given that he was stunned up, there's just no reply possible for Celsius. Saucy on top of the box, gonna be able to find one Mind Freak. Gets him, then falls.
Yeah, that's I feel like PRX are cooking something there. They're cooking something. The problem is that they aren't going to be able to play with Jing next year, so why are they even cooking this in the first place? They're cooking something where their chef's about to leave. They've just created a new specialist dish on the menu, right as the chef that cooks it is about to leave permanently. Well, not permanently, but for at least a year. So, what's the point? I don't understand. I mean, unless you're eventually planning to have Monyet play Duelist, but he's just not ready yet. And maybe we just see Monyet come back in later on and he plays Duelist, but then... Yeah, I don't really know. It's a bit bizarre, isn't it? It's a bit bizarre.
With 2 members left standing, PRX
Does
will
Jing
go
have to
out
serve?
for
Yeah, everyone has to serve in
half
Singapore.
once again.
As far as I'm aware, I'm not a legal
Just
expert in
was
Singaporean
too ahead
military
of himself. He
service.
was so scared about the nightfall that he kept having to swing back around, but closes things
But they've
out.
already
Thrash
announced it.
coming out once again, that's what, 3 thrashes in the first half or something. Great play. His utility's been really impressive here from the Gecko. I mean, the mollies have been good. The Dizzies have
Apparently,
been good.
Jing just wanted to play against
Even
Sentinels.
there,
I
just
don't think
throwing
he
out
has
just to
scrimmed
check
with them
for
at
his
all.
teammates coming in from market. So this is something that
So then what?
clearly been practiced.
It's impossible to tell what's going on with PRX. They might have legitimately never played this composition before and just decided to wing it. It still looks fairly good.
Oh, we had to do him dirty with this one, didn't we?
No, we're showcasing how
It's not like there's any
the second person
massive
doesn't know.
synergies that look like they would have taken a huge amount of time to prep.
Exactly.
But they're just...
Always aware of it, but,
Something looks pretty good with the Gecko, and it feels like the Gecko has some natural value that it's finding here.
This time with PRX way out in front. I mean, I was thinking coming into the day that this was going to be destined to be a 3-mapper. And
Yeah, I was really
it seems
hoping
like
for
right
it.
now, given the pace that we've been seeing, that is
With the breach,
when time began for Forsaken.
The-
someone like
The pistol.
The only thing that off-season tournaments are valuable to PRX for is integrating Monyet into the team. So the fact that they would take an off-season tournament and use it to not integrate Monyet into the team is either going to be really funny in hindsight if PRX just win everything anyway in APAC, or it's going to be fucking tragic in hindsight if they end up having a shaky performance and missing out on Madrid or something like that.
Second half, we'll see if
I know he plays later, but he also only plays Omen in the whole series. He just plays map 1 and map 3 Omen.
Sentinels can pick this one up and take one step towards running this one back into their favor.
oh, the stacks on board for PRX.
0 point out from the top
Best tattoo.
as well. Nothing gonna be spotted
Looks
over
really
here
cool.
towards A-man.
Yeah, but that gives so much time for Jing to set up here, and that's full A main control from PRX.
This is one of the other things that Sentinels isn't doing very much, these 4-1 defenses. They're doing a lot of like 3-1-1 or
Forsaken.
3-2.
Last bullet will stabilize. Gets that shot across, taking down second. Bit of a
Might be
rocky
worthwhile
start
for them.
here for the side of Sentinels that take entry power taken away from them.
The The map movement is very good for PRX. They throw out the paranoia to make sure they buy time. Then they can refill the gaps here near Boba. You
What's
still
the
have
tattoo?
utility
The tattoo
online on
is
B.
it's
Just leave
flowers.
the Gecko to watch for A. I mean, this is
I mean,
good. Sentinels,
it's hard
I
to
don't know if they're
describe
gonna be
because
aware
the
that
beauty of it is in the
entire
artwork,
team
right?
is already here on B side
Not
with
in the
PRX.
concept.
Quick check there
Cage
at top mid to see if there's anybody looking forward from the side of Sentinels. At 0 point, doesn't find anything. Blindhammer goes across. Forsaken going to be finding Saucy. Now Jing in the pickup there on John Cutie. Right, dead. Tens putting that recovered ghost to good use.
Yeah, they're really finding a lot of pressure onto people with the
Classic finds himself
KO and the
third.
Gecko utility.
Now we're into a 1v1.
Zelsis continues to be the most impactful player in this match.
Has the dizzy.
Yeah, something just has to wait, right? You hear the spike plan, you can even throw out both of your utilities to make sure Zelsis can't react. Zelsis is surely aware of this.
Bren started a Baldur's Gate 3 run. That's very funny.
Have to try to commit to this one. Wraps around the
10
backside
seconds
of the pillar, taps it. Trying to see.
Yeah, I watched map 1.
Coming through.
I watch it off stream though.
Does manage to get the blind. 3 seconds remaining. There's that. Planted Celsius!
Zelsis is so good.
The difference between round 1 and round lost, but Sentinels, they pick up the W. And that's exactly what they need.
Yeah, Vandal here for second as well. Heavy investment. They want to be able to catch right back up.
Tens with the Guardian, finding Jing.
I'm gonna skip the eco rounds.
One and
Impact.
Bear predicts that PRX is just going to bail because of the Rolling Thunder. They can even just try to creep into a site and then use it against a retake. I mean, lots of options here.
Yeah. I think that would definitely be the preferred strategy here for them.
Are they gonna
That
use
space
Breach
right
ult?
now, it is being given up.
Just heard Zelsis comment.
Very far back.
Yep.
Wanting to recontest, but has to back away.
Timing was forced there by the 0 point.
Into the corner to try to disrupt him. John Cutie catches Forsaken trying to rush out of the smoke. Freaks counter spraying back through. Will be able to equalize there.
I like that play. Holy shit.
Gonna be found. Now Mind Freak gone. Bring Sentinels back.
To be clear, not that play. I like the play where they paranoid and took a link control immediately. I didn't like the play where Mind Freak decided to teleport into the smoke.
To an advantage as the spike gets planted here on A.
Sentinels still pretty decent.
That was
They can always
bold
grab
and
that
optimistic.
Elbow. PRX just has too many angles to clear. Not enough members to do it.
Something needs to land this opening shot.
This comp is so attack-sided.
Against him just a
Or
little
maybe
bit there.
Sentinels are so attack-sided.
One. We'll find Sassi with the
Feels
silver.
like the Breach Fade is
Don't
very
know exactly
attack-sided though.
where both players are from PRX. So second, swinging around over the top mid, trying to, or a link I should say, trying
Yeah,
to
Plat Chat's in an hour.
backs away. Seems like they will just go their separate ways. Allow these two players to carry the
All of those is
four can
Will I even get this match finished? Not sure.
from having that
By the way,
showstopper.
how do you do this cam? I was playing Sunset recently as Cypher. I've seen the people using this cam. I know where it goes, but I don't know where you stand to place it.
Available at the moment.
I'm gonna look.
Away. Will find one. Sentinels very much on that same track.
I was trying to throw it from A link. You throw it from top mid. That makes sense. Because it's higher elevation.
PRX still a world away from having that showstopper, from having that null command.
In case anyone else is wondering, you throw this cam from here. Aim it onto that big tower building.
And something still off the Thrash by 2 charges. Cover going on. Only that from the shadows available at the moment here from Mind Freak.
Oh, and that should open up the ult door for the Nightfall here as well for Sentinels. Saucy, if he picks that up.
Alright, so they were ready to counter the Dizzy there.
Side PRX, they gotta be aware of
Not that the
possibility.
Dizzy in that situation would have gotten much value. Would have told them a bit about how many people there are, though. But Sen have kind of given it away with the amount of utility they've used. They know there's at least 3 in this area.
Bars on site. I mean, I think you can try to hold some further angles, rely on the traps here.
Spotting.
Cage
Interested to see them not try to push out B.
Mind Freak should have been spotted there on that jiggle. Has to try to back away. TP up onto the top 10s again, trying to go for the bot. Spotting.
Cage triggered.
Jing there for just a brief little moment. Market. Mind Freak should have been spotted there on that jiggle.
Yeah. Not a crazy play for Tens to go for, to be honest. It looks a bit silly, but most people are not just going to stay directly underneath that box.
Finds Mind Freak to trade it back. Man stunned, should have gone across. Faces him up for just a little moment there.
I like how aggressive PRX are retaking A link, though.
Cutie, however, counter swings back. Catches Forsaken, but Defy gets him. Now it's all on Celsius. And this
Yeah, I like this
time,
idea.
he won't just slap up with this. It's like a glass bottle on top
It's
of
making it much more difficult for Sentinels to play the A post plant,
Sits.
if they do it properly.
breaking the win streak here. PRX get themselves to double digits, but as you were saying, Economically, Sentinel's still in a very strong spot overall.
Thrashing now? Rather than waiting until they've... Why wouldn't you use Thrash to retake a link or something? Or to stop them as they go for the site hit?
I mean, they took out the paranoia and the thrash. They
Okay.
smashed up Forsaken a ton.
Bit early from something there.
And you already have mid control from John Cutie.
Cut across, Jing.
Jing fries Sassy.
He's looking forward, sends up the cyber cage, Boombot.
And they're going into the waiting arms of Devi.
Getting clipped onto the corner there of the wall.
I mean,
Bouncing where he
Omen ult. The Raze is over here. They're going into a Cypher setup. You cancel, right? Because there's 50 seconds still to work with.
One way is set up, and Jing, even though the flash comes in, saw just enough intense to be able to get that elimination first and foremost, and now John Cutie going to be spotted. Thing down, pushes on the corner, Devi, ready for it, takes him down, continues to swing out, continues to challenge, but this time will pay the iron price, and so too will Zelsis, as there's just too many players waiting for him. It's
The
all
mid-rounding-
Forsaken, and he gets 3!
3 seconds left.
Forsaken a world away.
This is why you do your aim
46
training.
Well, they shouldn't really be winning this round.
20 seconds remaining. Doesn't know where he's at. Bounces his way forward.
I was going to say the mid-rounding doesn't look as good on this map as it did on Breeze. I think they had quite nice mid-rounding on Breeze.
Swings the corner now. He will be able to spot him.
Oh,
Sees him
ooh.
and gets the headshot.
Zekan actually landed a shot there as well. That's...
Second, the world on his shoulders.
In some sense, from an analyst's point of view, thank God PRX won that because Sentinels did not, should not have had a chance, but Zekan popped off.
Second.
He and Jing
But at the same time, god damn, that would have been a cool clutch.
Area side to 11.
the run back.
Paranoia primed as well.
Right now,
To the tiles.
that's decent for Sentinels given that they are.
A Raze ult on either side, and the defenders have KO ult too. Oh, here comes Jing. I like this play a lot more when you have Showstopper, because you don't have to rely on actually winning the aim duel against him. Zekan was trying to do this when he just had a gun.
Not going to be able to find too much of anything.
What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck?
That's decent for Sentinels given that they are split away from mid.
Did the Dizzy that was aimed for Zelsis just hit onto Jing?
It is. Not going to be able to find too much of anything.
Oh no, we were just... That's so weird. The observers are going crazy. They swapped to Zelsis' POV for a second to show the Dizzy, and then we came back onto Jing's POV instantly to show the breach flash. That is so confusing.
Widely. Maybe going wide.
Alright, so they react into B,
Well, now rushing forward.
get past one of the trips.
Do they read the device in the smoke? He pushes out.
Good trade by Zekan,
1-for-1
because
trade. Saucy taken out. Showstopper
Lord knows
does find its mark.
the other player there was not ready. Who was that?
Well,
Who was
now
the other
rushing
player?
forward.
John Cutie?
For a target. Do they read the device?
Yeah, John Cutie and Tens could have both died there if Zekan hadn't ulted.
In the smoke, he pushes out. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Saucy taken out. Showstopper does find its mark.
Alright, well that kill buys enough time so they don't have to give up Boba on the
If
side
Tens
of
is going to be
PRX.
teleporting into the site there, there's no real reason for John to also be
He's trying to
scaling, I don't
create
think.
Another opportunity as he's already flanking mid.
A little bit of that late fragment. Ten's only gonna be
Maybe
chipped
there
down
is, though.
77. John Cutie forced out
I don't
from
think
the
so.
open Because of that molly, but still comes away with a kill onto something.
Zosis all the way up to Boba, going for the wild card play.
I mean, this is a big wraparound.
Plays
They don't
out
have
here
any
for them.
utility to try and
Right
slow
now,
this down
Ten's
further.
second, trying to hold down the
And he's
front line.
about to give away
There's
where
no
he's
damn lead.
positioned with
Second
the
to bring it
stun.
down now. Ten's flushed out, and it's all on Zelsis' shoulders. But Mind Freak will find him.
They're playing
Able to pitch back
they're
on
playing
the site
off-site
of
a
Zosis.
ton
He's
here,
trying to
but I
create
think it's because they're worried about the pressure coming from the initiators.
another opportunity
The
as
wingman and Dizzy and Flashes are quite difficult to deal with.
he's already flanking mid.
A little bit of that late fragment. Ten's only going to be chipped down to 77. John Cutie forced
But
out
they're
the
on a bit of a
because
different
that
page
molly.
here, aren't they? John
Still
Cutie
comes to
fighting
an
aggressive, but
Not going to risk
still.
Next on this one.
Again for PRX, they are stacked to pinch on.
This really looks like if Sentinels can't make their... This makes me think if Sentinels can't just hit A every round with the breach fade, they're going to lose on Sunset. Because that's the big thing that PRX is doing. They're just shutting down this A hit by throwing enough good counter utility. And then Sentinels look boomed. They've lost the rest of the map. Their mid-rounding looks really poor. Their post-plans on B look pretty poor as well.
Down, 2 quick kills can be found. Now sends out the paranoia to back away safely. And
A lesson in
already
how
round
different
match should be
Valorant
on.
matches can look depending on if your central theme gets countered or not.
Needs 2 kills.
Oh my god, John just killed 3.
Coming up huge. Something, however, answers back.
Down A.
Saucy Zelsis is now in the
Just running past Forsaken.
1v1.
Forsaken's giving him info.
Wrapping back around through mid.
Last player standing.
His way up top.
Oh, John's outplayed him.
And
John has
Cutie,
absolutely outplayed him.
who IGL
That's another just hero play, though, for
Cutie
Sentinels.
to
They
extend the map.
should not have won that game.
Bringing that one
Should not have won that map. It's because Paper X
Alright,
keep
where's that
trying to
timeout,
take game
Alex? I
duels,
think we
and
gotta stop
Sentinels are really
calling now
skilled.
just a little bit after that
But
one.
that
desk
these
is
should
not
not
safe
happen.
for that.
He'll call it a 10. 12 to 10.
No
that's
VOD
what
review
I'll
for
call it.
Team Liquid. No, I'll do one another time, but I'm
Great-
really pressed for
great
time
call
today.
from,
I mean, that was
something.
like 30% of his kills in just that one round right there. An enormous round from him. Picking
All right, so they don't hear anything over towards A. Paper X are not worried about A particularly. They were playing A for retake anyway for this round, already anticipating the Sentinels were going to do something different.
traps him in this one.
They're thinking it's going to be a mid to
Out,
B.
not finding too much of anything. Zekin will be able to spot that one. Oh, he spots Court of Ching there, but Ching
Another great round from the Dizzy.
Something does get taken down.
All right,
Now,
Breach Shot comes through.
back into Boba.
They're going to be playing retake 4v4 on B. The retakes have not looked good so far. Sassy tries to plant, assuming that the site is safe. They haven't scaled into backside, and Paper X can still play for backside control. So bad plant position as well, and an over-reliance on the fact that they just have the site already.
Finds him catching Saucy during the plant. 10's gonna be taken
Paper X
down.
come back in. Easiest round in the world for them as soon as they've got into backside.
Standing Guardian strafing, not going to be able to find the shot. Neural Theft reveals their position. John Cutie caught off guard. There's the cleanup coming.
That was... Yeah, that exposed so many holes in Sentinel Sunset. Huge amounts of holes. The general game plan in every previous game has just been exec A most of the attacking rounds and win. And Paper X countered that one idea. All of the B hits looked suspect. All of the mid-wrapping looked suspect. We didn't see any particular, like, mid-rounding, playing for picks, anything like that. And their defense side remains really poor. So back to the drawing board, I think, with this Sunset map. Not in terms of the comps necessarily, but you need to figure out a better way of racking up rounds on defense. And you also need to have some ideas if your A hit gets countered. Some like slow rounds or some ways of being able to pivot off the fact that John is lurking. Anything like that. Yeah, that looked...
So, most ideally,
that looked real rough.
Avoid the Cypher site.
Have you said what you think about Pancada being essentially benched, or are you saving that for Plaid Chat? How many guys, how many times can I say the same exact take that Zelsis is an unbelievably good player? He should be in the team, but also so should Pancada. And I can't say anymore. I can't say it anymore. I can't say it anymore. The team would function a lot smoother if Tens was on the bench. And I've said this, like, on record, famously. I can't say it much more often. I just end up looking like I've got a personal vendetta against the guy.
PRX, and no ghosts. Just going to be that frenzy on Jing. Everybody else going to be having classics.
All right, anyway, Moniette's back in the team for this final map, right? And they're playing Jet Rainer, which would be a bit weird if he weren't Paper X, but it's Paper X. Jing is playing again, which is bizarre. Don't really know why. And Mind Freak's out. So what would they do if Mind Freak was in and Jing wasn't? Would they be playing Forsaken here and Mind Freak on Sentinel? Or would Moniette be playing Rainer and then Mind Freak could be playing Smokes? I don't really feel like this tournament so far, this one match anyway, is giving me much of an idea of what Paper X are going to be doing next year.
A very heavy stack here.
It feels very off-season and not very
Backside at B, fault line.
preparing for next season.
First bit of information from Saucy on the jiggle peak. Likely will be sent, but that's going to be a headshot coming across there from something.
Paper X are just trolling? I mean, I don't know whether they're trolling. I think they're just not taking it particularly seriously. Is that trolling? I guess that's trolling. A light troll, a sprinkling of a troll. Wow. I like that idea though. Paper X really clearing out those cage setups. The Cypher on this map used to be played a long time ago, and then has basically been replaced by the Killjoy forever. As soon as Killjoy became good, as soon as there was that Killjoy Astra meta, everyone's played Killjoy in this map pretty much ever since. This is a big enough buff to the point where people are going to experiment with Cypher on some very classic Killjoy maps like Haven and Ascent. But I think part of the issue is that you're kind of limited in what you do with the Cypher, with how you defend, I think. And there you just see in this round, there's cages. You know that they're going to be playing in and around the cage setups and the smoke setups. And they just blast it with utility and spam. And they managed to pick up the site anchors really effectively. In theory, the Cypher should allow you to hold on to backside control and flood defend quite a lot. But in reality, people are so good at countering that it doesn't really work a huge amount of the time. This is build order loss? No. I mean, in some sense, yes, for Sentinels. Oh my god, with a fucking Monyet knife kill as well.
I mean, you know, it's a gamble stack here from the side of
Yeah, gamble stack from Sentinels. They run into it, but they all ran into it. I'm sure they were hoping that it was less than 5 coming at them.
Now we'll see how they fare. So far, just 1 kill found from Sentinels collectively.
Yeah, that forces them onto the half armors as well, just so they can buy again after this round should they lose their weapons. And that's not what you want to see against a potential Reyna.
So
right?
they're playing C for retake this round, playing a trip front B and a trip garage. That's interesting. It's a kill trip though for John to play off. It's not an info trip, but John has info anyway, and the cam gives him even more info.
Okay, so the theory still
The cam is also difficult to break because it's hidden behind the box. That's they threw the nanoswarm that's designed to break the turret.
Okay, so the theory
And it broke the kill trip instead. Mission failed successfully.
still lives on with the Killjoy, the nanoswarms being used to clear.
It's not spot second.
Gigabrain? I mean, accidentally, yeah.
Guardian putting in good use, gets the headshot. John Cutie going to be taken down as Jing, thinking better about pushing up into the window. Backs away. Not quite spotted, but no, actually looks like Celsius did spot a frame out of order.
Alright, so now they're playing C retake, which this setup would be horrible against a Viper comp, but it's pretty decent against the Jet Reyna comp. I don't know why you wouldn't be running the Viper on this map. Neither team running Viper on the map. I mean, maybe the real reason they're not running Viper on the map is who would play the double smoke setups for Sentinels? Are they going to be running Zelsis and Tens on Omen and Viper? And then Sassy on Sky? It would be horrendous.
As is his natural positioning now. Celsius will be able to find something. Gets himself a second kill. Divine eliminated. Swing onto the corner. Jing comes away with a kill. Takes it to Smithstone. Doesn't have the heal, but still a shot.
This team is actually hard forced to play this comp, Sentinels. I just don't see how they're going to be able to play the Viper comp. I actually want to learn this lineup. Let me have a look for a second. Nah, didn't come back in time. Never mind. It's a nice lineup, though.
Yeah, this might be a bit of an oh, never mind. Take that back.
Oof. I'm going to skip this. It's Nico.
Too off if he's
to try with it, but unfortunately not enough for Sentinels to find themselves around win quite just yet.
So Zekken's holding C. That really does strengthen your C hold a huge amount. It's going to relieve a lot of pressure from John. Cool angle from Tens. Not getting seen by that turret.
No info. Rest of the map.
A little bit more of an off position.
Tens, though, his job is to watch B, and he can't tell if people walk into B. So woe betide anybody that tries to peek the A or C connector.
Back wall here at backside. Is not spotted by the approach. Also doesn't see how far forward they're pushing. Second with an option.
All right.
Does find an opening kill.
Jin goes down.
Pushing up into garage, taken out.
Careful.
I wonder if PRX, you just try to creep in here after the smokes go off.
What? Oh, I guess they're trying to clear the corner. I was thinking, are they trying to break an alarm bot? But no, they're probably just trying to clear the corner.
Easy attack, the push forward. Something.
Spotted.
Okay, yep, big reveal there. Paranoia send out Tens, catching on to multiple players. There's the reveal, the swing onto the corner. John Cutie able to interrupt the plan. Divide gonna be taken down. Now the spike. He's stranded.
This is going to be a difficult round for PRX to win now.
Fine second, however. And he
Whoa!
in the corner, but he cannot get the
What
kill.
the fuck?
He'll be able to capitalize. Forsaken gone. Something.
One enemy
Anticipating
remaining.
the push. Or to try and
Surely
work
not.
this one team to their favor. Cam comes out. See him. Tries to tag him through the smoke and does not. Push up. No! Shorty gets the kill. But
Oh, this is tier 1
up on
Valorant.
top.
This is
Nice
tier 1 Valorant.
opportunity whatsoever.
Scanning ahead.
You may not like it, but this is what peak Valorant performance looks like.
How abundant it is here for PRX. We'll just be carrying forward that Vandal and save the ult for a rainy day. Empress online here for Jing. Decides to pop that.
I feel like sometimes the players forget that as well, Redblade.
Utility at the ready here for Zelsis, but he may be overextending just a bit. He's already sitting quite wide. Thinks they might be popping off in the smoke.
He doesn't have the read necessarily that he's already that far forward, but now we'll just be forced to back off as the flood starts coming in. Jing swinging onto the corner, finds one, finds two. Zelsis taken down.
They might be popping off in the smoke.
Doesn't have the read necessarily that he's already that far forward, but now we'll just be forced to back off as the flood starts coming in. Jing swinging onto the corner, finds one, finds two. Zelsis taken down, goes for the heal, wants to try to get overhealed, and Tens will be able to find one before getting eliminated by that nano swarm for Forsaken.
It's a really weird defensive setup here on A. Usually you'll see teams with their breach trying to, you know, if the breach has come to try and reinforce, the breach will be the one playing backside and the Sova will be the one playing over towards short there. And the person who's playing short will try and get in a position where they can commit to short rather than having to run all the way back to default box and double up. They flash to try and stop, but Jing just turned it and continues running at them. And really there, the initiator utility put almost no pressure onto these PRX guys. The smoke is really late from Tens as well. Like, both of his teammates are dead by the time the smoke even lands. It's just far too slow from Sentinels all round. Which is going to be the issue playing against PRX a lot of the time.
It's certainly impossible now.
Not a mistake that only Sentinels are going to make against this team. Yeah, Platchat is in like 40 minutes. I'm going to try and get through this map before then. Should be able to. Normally you can get through a map in like 30 minutes if you skip the between time. Alright, so we've got an op on both sides. Tens has a judge in garage.
Down on a site and just making it impenetrable with your trap wires. However, that does mean you have to still be kind of spread thin across the rest
Does
of the
anyone know
map.
why Mindfreak didn't play? He did. Mindfreak played the first two maps. Jing subbed out first map, then Monyet subbed out second map, and Mindfreak subbed out third map. Sorry, I was thinking about the subs. Okay, so standard setup from the defenders.
Across the rest of the map. And we're seeing that once again for Sentinels. They go all in on a C defense to Cypher.
That lockdown can be good, you know, locking down a site, I should say. But only if
Spread thin across the rest of the map.
Why does Defy have the op?
And we're seeing that once again for Sentinels. They go all in on a C defense to Cypher.
Why is the Sova opping? With Spike down A long.
that lockdown can be good, you know, locking down a site, I should say. But only if they're really pushing into your site. Second with a very nice opening kill, however, will get rid of the buy. Caught on the cross. Second now, just trying to get himself out to safety. Will be able to do so. But
This has all created a lot of pressure for Forsaken to lurk. So where's Forsaken going now? He's trying to kill the Cypher so that they can go back over to C. They're going to plant B instead. And Forsaken can control the C connector. Forsaken's got his head on a swivel right now, though. It would be nice for Forsaken... I mean, yeah. Honestly, I was going to say it would be nice for Forsaken to try and watch this angle and then, like, try and find a timing where he clears this and he can then hold that. But I don't think he's ever going to be able to do that because these players are rotating from A, so he'd just end up watching spawn for too long.
Double approach comes through.
Why the fuck is my phone ringing? Who's this? My mother. Hello? Yes, yeah. My mum was getting me... Do you remember me talking on stream last night about how my mum was asking me about Christmas presents and I couldn't remember anything that I wanted? I remembered I wanted some new laces for my hiking boots. So she's bought me some new laces and she asked me what color and size I wanted them.
Flash turns from it. Now his eyes are trained.
You have no
John
idea.
Cutie.
Oh, there's no way.
There it is. The 1-2 punches. Jake does very much the same. Back over in a link.
I mean, that is a bona fide original PRX round. Creates so much pressure in one direction that somebody manages to lurk in. That's how they used to play Haven back when Forsaken would play the lurking chamber too.
Forsaken.
Yeah, nice round.
All the calls come out. It's just
Nice round, big
double.
looks.
Jing seals the deal with a double of his own. And then they bring up the tempo. They know Sentinels are weak. Even if the trap wires are here, they just don't care at all.
They do not. Lockdown at the ready.
I'm gonna skip this round, I think, unless someone dies to the trip and then they use breach ult. Ooh, well, Monyet died. Okay, I'm gonna wait there. Wait there. This could still have some sting to it. Oh, that was... Everybody just got hit by the breach ult. Literally everyone caught by that. Oh my god, they are just all swinging. Yeah, big thrifty. With all of those ults, they got the thrifty round there. Alright.
Stop them at this part of the map.
The problem is, they're not winning any of the rifle rounds, and they just used all of their massive ultimates, so... Got to do that again, but with better weapons, but with no ults.
Very costly. Fury would have loved to have some additional tags in there. Saucy doing his job, getting rid of
That's unlucky.
the lockdown.
I felt like that cloudburst was good there. Did he miss it, or was he too late?
Oh,
See when he
Tens is
decides
ready
to
this
commit
time.
that one.
Yeah, he knows. He knows.
They'll never expect him to not be on.
They have the cam watching
there you
Garage, so
go.
it doesn't matter that Tens
Always
is over
had
here
that
on B.
Eagerness.
As long as he
man,
doesn't try to
finds
take the
each
fight,
other
he
as
just has to
well.
allow Forsaken to come into him.
Each other by just a moment. Forsaken looking forward.
Nope, he ran away. Nope, he ran away and made a footstep noise, and now
Pushing forward.
Forsaken's managed to kill. Oh my god, he went for a TikTok play onto Forsaken on B. That is so fucking silly. Okay, to run you guys through what happens here, right? So they're thinking about this previous round where there was a huge amount of A pressure. Let's bring in the minimap for a sec. There was a huge amount of A pressure in one of the previous rounds, and then Forsaken was able to go on a lurk like this, yeah? Because all of this Cypher setup is to control C and Garage. So Tens is like, okay, I'm not required to hold down Garage anymore because this cam is doing that job, yeah? The cam can see Garage. So instead, Tens is like, I'm just going to sit here quietly, patiently, waiting for the lurker to come through. I know this guy is lurking. I'm an intelligent player. I'm simply going to wait for him. As soon as the sight hit comes through, literally, as soon as the Sova ults, this, if you look at the main screen, literally the moment that Devi ults, Tens gives up on his discipline entirely and just makes a bunch of footstep noises and runs towards the back of the site. And Forsaken hears two sets of footsteps running away from B, and he's like, My time is now. If you're waiting for the lurker, why would you start running away exactly at the time when the lurker's going to start moving? It makes no sense. So, Forsaken hears 2 sets of footsteps. Forsaken then finds an angle and kills Zelsis, and now there's another 1v1 happening on B. We look at the mini-map. Because none of this was really caught on stream necessarily. Actually, it is caught on stream. It's in the little pip, but it's kind of behind my head a little bit. So I could turn off my cam and you guys would be able to see it. But like if you just look at this area over here. So they're taking a little duel here. Tens goes for a peek. And then he goes for an Omen teleport from here into the A link. And he gets behind Forsaken. Forsaken is just lost, thinking that he's teleported away, and dies to the TikTok play. Oh my god. Another example of mission failed successfully. We made the wrong play and bailed ourselves out. Perfect. Now, on the other side of the map, on the actual site hit side of things, Zekken was able to get a kill with his op. Sassy got a spam kill. And then Tens got another smoke there for Sassy to play around. But Sassy decided to leave. Would have been better for Sassy to stay there and just trust in Tens' smoke, I think. But Tens was, you know, previously occupied up until just then. Tens then Omen ults behind.
Should have an opportunity. But Devi just wants to hide himself all the way to the end. They're going to play for time.
I mean, this is a ridiculous round. A ridiculous round. He's always Omen TPing up top. Bro, dude, this one has to go in the clips that I sent to Kurt. This round is just too funny. What the fuck is going on, man?
The buy pushes forward, finishes the job, and PRX
Monette knows that
oh, that's so funny.
He's hiding the smoke. They just have to leave
The second half is even better.
To make them think they
I mean, you can't do that in a 2v2, right? That's the kind of play that you can make when your teammates are in a great position to trade you and they are probably going to be hanging around short. But he's actually in a great position to just clear with his teammate there. If his teammate swings from default, he swings from short, and then they go and try and push into short together. But the TP is so ambitious when you're in a 2v2, because if you die, you're just screwed. You're just throwing your teammates away.
Stay alive. Forsaken, of course, a good pick on Zelsis that eventually leaves him open to 10.
God, they are definitely laughing in the comms.
Out after that to mask Monette's presence.
Oh, God. Pladchat needs a segment where you show a dumb play and see if you can guess who does it. The problem is we would remember them. Anything that dumb, we would remember them doing it. If you show me a dumb play from any Omen player, I will remember who's done it at a tier 1 level. They just stick in your head. They've got a very distinctive flavor, the Omen play, or the, you know, the Redgar or the Angel or something like that, I think. All right, here's another Forsaken lurk. Sassy anchoring towards short, which is a really common position. Yeah, nice. Sassy catches it. And Zekken's around the back too. Another big thrifty round for Sentinels. They've won 3 rounds on defense, and 2 of them were thrifties. At least I assume they're going to win this one. Devi would have to win a 1v5. Sentinels winning this map seems like a joke at this point, but they did it. Alright, they know that something's there. Good pre-fire. And Tens found Forsaken.
Forsaken gonna be gone. Suddenly it is just
Nothing silly happening on B.
The Lear buys him some space, but as he swings,
It's just
fantastic setup there. Huge round to win. Still the cash though going.
Oh, I might not remember plays from Berlin.
A bit weaker util here.
I think I could recognize Angel, Redgar,
yeah, something has a blade sword.
something like that.
But they
You know,
just
Angel,
don't have
Redgar,
it
Boaster,
for now.
10s. I think I could remember those, but I don't know whether I would remember
Just
Berlin
dives
plays.
second, which is a good backup to the operator in case they start really encroaching on his position. Swing out. No, he's gonna bounce. Whoa. Couldn't put the
All right.
confidence down. Couldn't get out fast enough.
Just Jin things. Just
Oh, that's
Jing
all the way to
things.
spawn.
That's quite difficult to say.
Both sides can go for flank as well.
Why is Monyet teleporting into spawn? I guess he's doing this to try and pull the A players away from A so that his team can get a proper like ult into proper exec into A, but you could also cancel, or you could or you could ult into, you know, heaven or something maybe more useful where you're then going to be able to go to site. Monyet is just on a no man's land here. Just there is no hope for Monyet to survive this. He might not even be able to get a time to smoke because he's going to be so noided about getting flanked.
I mean, A-side already
Cutting the rotation. They're going to clear him, though. He's going to go 1-for-1.
Gets the catch on the one.
Wait, there's no shot he got out.
Into the stairs, but he's getting encroached upon here from behind.
There's no way.
Looking for 10.
Forsaken also pushes with Jing to support Monyet.
Should have identified-
Holy fuck. They actually committed to bailing Monyet out and destroyed them as they were trying to kill Monyet. Okay, I didn't see that coming. I just thought the rest of PRX was going to play a standard post plan. How foolish of me. How foolish of me to think that PRX would play standard. Of course they run into the enemy spawn to bail out
by the
Monyet.
location of the last two players, and he has. Forsaken will turn. He will
That was so well coordinated as well, actually.
get an 8-4 half.
PRX and all over Sentinels.
They think in a different way.
Rain of comp here on Haven on the attack side. Now,
Yeah, the picture of me really is horrendous. There's actually arguably a worse picture as well, Achilles, that they didn't use.
do they continue to push out on defense? Because if you don't really have any information, right?
My outfit, by the way, for that photo was incredible. It was an upside-down t-shirt where I put my legs through the armholes. So I had a little shithole at the bottom that was the neck hole, but it was like right where my gooch was. I just had a neck hole. And then I used a belt to tie up the shirt around my nipples. So my nipples were getting crushed by a belt while I was upside down in a t-shirt with, yeah, some kind of like sewage hole at the bottom.
I mean, sure, you can hold down Garage and C with Killjoy, and you have the Sova, but you got to take space off of the Sova. And until that operator comes online, it's
Information. Be able to maintain that line.
How do Sentinels win this map? Because they won half of their rounds as Thrifties.
That's all we can say.
I mean, hey, if you're going to do a comeback, it's got to start here, right? We need a pistol. Pistol, most important round of the match. This one's going to mean a lot.
See long access. Just sense the smoke so that he can rotate between backside and back plat.
John Cutie on a big lurk on the pistol round. Getting past all of the Killjoy utility. Something, though, very deep on the flank with the other players from A. John Cutie gets cleared. What? They re-clear garage, and they immediately start re-clearing garage window instead of garage main. What is that sixth sense from Forsaken? I would be so pissed if I was John there. I'm like, what the? Why the fuck are they clearing me? At the moment, this looks like a really good pistol round from PRX. They took all of the A space, pushed into spawn, got a kill out of it. Also managed to clear the lurker. Have reset with a player advantage. Gotta say, this is some of the weirdest setups that I've seen, though, from a team on defense side. I mean, one player on the most aggressive A angle possible, and one player on the most passive A-B position possible. And then two over towards C. Just really hoping that somebody lurks through B into spawn, I suppose, or through B into A. Oh, they completely cleared out the 2C players. What a turnaround. Sassy. By the way, did you guys realize? I think I'm correct in saying this. Wait, I should check, because I wanted to talk about this on the show. But my hypothesis is that this is the first map that Sassy has won on Sova in an extraordinarily long time. But he might have won some other off-season games on Sova that I forgot about. Let's just have a look. But I know in Americas he had not won a game on Sova. He probably did in the off-season though, didn't he? Where's the Sassy Sova? Sassy Sova, they lost that game. Okay, Sassy didn't play Sova. Sassy did play Sova here. Please lose. They did! They fucking lost! Wait, no, Sassy not on Sova. Sassy not on Sova. Sassy played Sova. Please lose. Please lose. Please lose. Please lose. Please lose. Fuck yeah, they lost again. Okay. And Sassy played Sova here as well. And they lost again. So, yep. This is... this is... Just because I think it would be really cool, that's the only reason I'm rooting on their downfall. This was the first map that Sassy's won on Sova in the last... Dude, I don't even know when. Okay, so the last time Sassy won on Sova, he didn't win on Sova in any of these games. He definitely didn't win during Americas. He might have won in LCQ, but I don't think he even played it in LCQ, did he? Oh, he did. He played it once in LCQ. Okay, but he lost that map as well. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, lost that map as well. Dude, it's crazy. His win rate on Sova is just actually 0. And yet he's still a good Sova player. Did he win in Sao Paulo on Sova? No. Did he win in the Ludwig Tarek Invitational on Sova? He must have done. I mean, he didn't in that game. Did he play against the Guard? No. Did he play against TSM the first time around? No. When was the previous time that he won? He hasn't won it. That was the first time he's won playing Sova for Sentinels. The last map he won on Sova was this one. Loud against Optic, 16-14 on Breeze in the Champions Grand Final. And since then, let's add this up because this is an outrageous stat. Since then, we need to open all of these tabs. There's probably a better way of doing this if I use Run It Back or something, but fuck it. Alright, since then... let's just open all of these. Wait, which one did I open at the end there? The Sentinels show match. Oh, fuck, there's too many Sentinels show matches. Which one is that? Versus Moist Shopify, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, how many maps has he played on Sova? So he didn't play Sova there. He didn't play Sova here. He's played Sova 1 map here. Okay, so he's 0 and 1. So 1. 2, 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Wait, no, he must have beaten the Sassy. He must have beaten fucking Dude, he didn't even beat Tarek's All-Stars on Sova. What were we up to? Were we up to 10? I think we were up to 10, weren't we? Isn't this 11? He did on Pearl, but he wasn't playing Sova on Pearl. He was playing Jet. So this is 11, right? So that's... He was 0 and 11 on Sova until they won Breeze. Holy fuck. Never won with Sen. That's
Watch the T1 versus.
that's insane. That is insane. Copjaw, thank you for the 3 months. I will watch T1 versus EDG another time for sure, but I've got to get through this map today. God damn. Yo, Jing, what's up? Hello, Jing. Why were you playing in this game, Jing? Why was your team rotating people around? And why is Monyet on Omen? Sometimes the cheerleader has to step in. Why?
3 kills found. Went away from Divine.
Revealing area.
It's so confusing. It's so confusing. I mean, it's cool to see you playing again and you've farmed, but it's so weird.
Impossible, but
Your team has to make a plan for when you're gone, and they're like, nah, we'll just use Jing again. Why not? Also, how did you lose this map? Because you guys were absolutely crushing them. I haven't watched the rest of this map yet, but how did you lose? You were dominating.
yeah, that really
I'm going to skip this anti-eco round.
probably going to suspect another
Because it's PRX off-season? Yeah, that's the real answer, isn't it?
waiting for that battle here.
Alright, so they have Forsaken walking down C long. Something is just challenging out in the open, not respecting the fact that Tens is going to go for the TikTok Omen play across there. But also, Tens could have done the normal Omen TP into the right-hand corner as well, from Something's perspective. Forsaken gets caught, so now there's no Killjoy. You can slow the round down right now as well. You can still play a player advantage situation. The Killjoy is normally going to be playing for info, more so than just purely locking down C, so... I don't mind either of these plays. You can try and just send it. Oh my god, how's Monyet hit that one? Again, you could slow things down here. You have a nice lurk from Tens. They anticipate the lurk. Tens is being cautious here. And now Tens has got good info that they've left A. I like that. Good comms from Tens. Good comms.
Surely that leaves A side
We have to be
open.
noob in off-season and good in regular season. You can't be good in both. PRX. PRX. Good in regular season. Losing to Team Secret. I guess you guys didn't have too bad of a regular season, dropping maps to Global and Talon. No, you guys were alright. You guys were alright. You guys were pretty good. You were doing a bit of trolling at the beginning of the year as well, while you were still figuring things out, but you were still pretty good.
30 seconds left.
Because we had good off-season, we won the India tournament. What? Because, oh, we won the India tournament. That's why the regular season was not that good. Oh, you mean last year? I thought you were predicting that you are already going to win Convergence. I thought you were saying we are already planning on winning this off-season tournament in India. Like this year. Guys, we've already won the India tournament this year, so we're going to have a bad regular season.
Tens on this lurk. Should have heard that jump. Now knife out. Divide again, drawing the
Yeah, I know. They're not, not even in Convergence, which is tragic, but Convergence is still going to be a really good tournament, I think.
To the whip shot from Tens off the bat. Now trying to hold down Sewers. John Cuny will just hold down M1.
This is the first round where Sentinels have demonstrated really nice mid-round in since Breeze. They did have really good mid-round in on Breeze, though, as well.
He's on the cam, but the damage is not going to be that
Nice try from Devi.
That no one expected.
Alright, let's...
So it's the small
They believe.
coming out from
They believe. When you hear Zelsis screaming like that, they believe.
He's stuck.
But the timeout.
Alright, let's have a look then. So they're gonna... this looks like an eco round that could get dangerous, but it's unlikely to. They've spotted Forsaken. Oh, you are not surviving. You're not...
Absolutely dead. Jump out.
Okay. He almost got away.
Yeah.
They slow it down after getting the first kill, looking for a reaction, tried to pop back into C. PRX are still on C. So now they're like, okay, let's go to A. Did PRX get a read on this? It looks like Jing's got a read on this. Monyet's going to stay. Good luck to Monyet if they decide to re-hit C. You might as well full commit to the A rotate, I think, when you're gambling like this on an eco round. 10's going solo short. Has to play... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wait for the plant.
Finds one, finds two. Can he get
Good
the
reaction, I guess, from Sassy there.
fighting chance?
How does something win this? It's unwinnable.
Just has a classic.
It's unwinnable unless 10's goes for this. What are you doing?
Needs to get the kill. Does so. Saucy, however, full
For what reason?
about the Hunter's Fury in hand. A shock dart would finish him off.
Did they have a gentleman's agreement to try to toss this game back and forth?
No, he doesn't need to. He
His head trying that one.
Oh,
Saucy standing tall. They scrape by with the win, and now they tie us up at 8-8. We're talking about the operator. Something has been spotted. Did they note the gun in his hand is the question. They should have a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, with the position he had at the very least.
Oh, Jing. Dropping down.
just as Jing was dropping down out the window.
Finds tens.
Alright, so now they're going to pivot into a B hit. They go for the, like, Fnatic exec.
Up on top of B.
Updraft dash into the smoke.
They know that the site's
Second doesn't get on top, though. I think he beefed his movement a little bit there. Paranoia's decent, and comboed with the ult to try and kill the planter. Forsaken just... Oh, it's so dangerous trying to contest that cage. Monyet gets one. Very nice. He's already used his paranoia, though. Smokes off the players in the A connector. Something's watching his back. This looks lovely from PRX. I mean, this still looks really nice from PRX. So now they've got the Silveralt on the attack side, and something's got Op on defense over towards C. Jing is just walking down mid. Forsaken's watching mid window, and Jing isn't watching grass. I guess Monyet is kind of watching grass, but not properly. Monyet's just jiggling. Well, Monyet gets the trade. Weird way of doing that. Normally you would have the player walking down mid, tucked tight to the wall, so that they're not exposed from grass, and then they pick up grass, and if they die, then the player from garage swings.
If there's ever a lopsided one-to-one trade in Agents, it's going to be that Reyna for Jet. The Sentinels much weaker on the attack now. Once that drone goes off, I mean, you've still got the Silver Watch.
Yeah, I've already reviewed the Game Changers Champs final, yeah. I did that this morning. I was waiting for Beth to do a tattoo, which was supposed to take 2 hours, and it took 4 hours. So my schedule got kind of trolled today. But I watched the Game Changers match. But I wasn't back in time to watch these Afrika games properly.
Spike planted.
Saucy will take him down. It seems like we are going to be poised, tied up once again. Something with this operator. I mean, Dubai needs to find 2 kills for you to realistically want to commit onto this retake.
Both of these teams finding it much more difficult to hold A compared to the Viper compositions. And they're still trying both teams to hard commit to A instead of playing A for retake a lot. They're not playing like they're really confident in their A retakes. I think Sentinels have a great comp for playing A retake. PRX not so much, with the Reyna instead of the Breach.
Looked at the minimap, I'm like, nothing's happening here.
Yeah, I was like, oh, are they actually going to kill? Like, did they find something? And I just have a delayed feed? Like, what is going on? But no, Celsius just popping off.
Flash for mid control. Looking to try and go into B really quickly. Breach shell? No? Wow, they're going to pivot. Oh, they're going for the DRX pathing. Cool idea. Oh, good paranoia. Great paranoia from Monyet. He takes control of this area. Gets out-dueled anyway. Fantastic awareness from Zekken to check for Jing around the back. I think PRX actually dealt with that quite nicely, and Zekken still outplayed them. A lot of Jets will get caught out there just by Monyet's play.
Spike planted.
the spot there for a brief little moment onto Sassi, but he gets away from
Is
the
there a
other
chance for this retake to work? It doesn't really look likely.
one shock dart remaining, but
They
it's
would
not
need somebody to
enough
just
kill.
face straight into the op. Oh my god, it nearly happened. And yet Zekken somehow manages to dodge the op shot and hit a wallbang headshot onto Devi.
Bit off something, not able to have the reaction time, be able to pick him off. In the meantime, you see Tens getting himself into position.
Bogdan's Law in action.
Outside the smoking garage,
Bogdan's
maybe
dead.
unnecessary, 'cause Sassi catches him
And so is
around the
something.
back.
Getting swap as well. Knows he has an opportunity
From on
on A. A is what you would normally think that they would go
4-stack from PRX over towards A.
Hunter's Fury here from Sassi. Holds through
Tens has been going for pretty
there.
aggressive plays,
Tens
but I don't mind that one.
safety, but the
Mm.
paranoia timing.
I quite like the idea of that, but they just messed the timing up a little bit, right?
Sassi. Holds through
They recon darted and Tens went into the recon dart, so he got lit up by it. And then there's a paranoia, but something dashes into the paranoia instead of dashing afterwards. You know, maybe Moniette is just a little bit late with the paranoia, to be honest, because that's, you know, he's been sat there holding paranoia for a while. He could have paranoia way earlier than that, like as soon as Tens took contact the first time.
Just going out to safety, but the paranoia timing.
Maybe just a little bit of,
It's caught by
you know,
that one, and Jing gets
lacking
taken down.
speed because he's not used to playing on such a fast-paced team.
Here from Sentinels, just dissuading this early aggression from Paper
He'll
Red,
learn.
trying to get some off guard.
He'll be
Guardian
forced
in
to.
hand, Forsaken, full flash, puts some damage down onto Zekken. Pulls away, avoids that aftershock, but now everybody is pushing over into
Moniette bold, goes through the smoke to try and help. Now, this is where Forsaken can play his ult instead of trying to play to flood defend.
Nothing found quite just yet.
Although it will get countered by Sassy.
Gets the headshot, John Cutie eliminated.
But Sassy was playing hard on site in the previous round, so...
Zekken rushing forward, tries to go for Celsius. Getting split between the two players, ends up coming up with nothing. Fault line now getting sent out. Zekken
Because
taking down
Zekken is getting
Celsius.
so much more than he ever should in these situations. He's just getting way more value than you would expect from him in these spots. He's bought enough time for Tens to go for the flank as well.
Off guard, now Moniette.
Moniette doesn't have a smoke for the spike.
The latest W gaming initiate to try to clutch this one out. Time ticking away. The Hunter's Fury buying some time. He knows that he can eat at least the one charge. Gets it up to half, but with a shorty in hand.
All right.
Just one.
Okay, so PRX are really struggling at the moment with being able to... They're trying to make aggressive plays work at the beginning of the round, and they're not finding a massive player advantage off the very start. Sentinels are doing a good job of just using decent utility at the beginning of the round to take the space that they want to take and not getting punished for it. And then PRX are giving up a ton of map control, basically, because they're trying to stack players to make these aggressive plays at the start of the round. Like, at the beginning here, now they have 3 players in B. Again, just... Ooh, okay. I was going to say they get flashed and they deal with the aggressive play really nicely, but Moniette did find 2 there with the Guardian.
Got that lockdown, like you mentioned, Achilles.
And Sentinels are playing pretty fast as well. These audibles are going quickly around the map. So they're matching the pace.
Not much being found other than some damage on the 10.
This is another good situation for PRX to try and play a stack on one side of the map because they can play... Hello, Afrika. They can play a retake. Just being late? I'm not being late. I've still got 2 minutes. I'm vibing.
There's going to be one forward B, but Forsaken, he gets in front of it. TP out. He's trying to run away, but Tens does get caught. Lockdown now going to be invested to try to clear things out. Forsaken.
Jesus
follow-up
Christ.
headshot. John Cutie dead, but Saucy snappy with
This
it.
game is happening so fast now, though, as well.
The spike is
The
not
pace
great,
has just
but still
increased
held
a
in hand.
ton.
Look at Moniette. He can hear this movement. Know exactly where Saucy's going to
Should be easy to clean up Sassy. Yeah.
On a knife's edge.
Alright, let's see if we can power through the rest of this map before we have to run away to Plat Chat.
Chaos again. Gets up A.
Same setup again here.
Something going on a walkabout out into mid again.
That was a totally different recon
Here from Moniette as well as Jing.
compared to what Sentinels were expecting.
Wow.
Watching.
Cam broken.
Just have his cam cleared.
Going for the push down mid. Now this is more what you expect for a push down mid, right? Where the mid player is going to be picking up kind of grass.
Towards A long, but nothing going to be spotted.
Oh, good info here. Delivered by something. Telling them that they're droning over towards A. They don't believe it, though. I don't know why. I really don't know why, because Sentinels have not been running fakes, but Sentinels are droning over towards A, and PRX still think it's a C hit. Don't know why, but now Devi has to run away from sight.
Everything. Fault line does go through.
And now they're playing A retake with a comp that doesn't really like to A retake.
Devi able to exit.
So this is going to be tough.
Something around the backside. They have to clear a trap wire. So
The flank has got to get work done.
on that
Oh, there's double in short. Wow, how have they got that headshot?
meantime, off screen,
How has something just destroyed everybody back there? Moniette.
gets some damage across here onto the enemy jet.
Wow, ridiculous.
Just see a bit more proactive.
Potentially some reserve cast.
Something opping, Zekken with knives.
They lose here.
Breach ult.
Even if they win it, then it's a
Oh,
point.
Sova ult just off the rip. Monya got deleted in mid.
Yet intense.
I mean, Sentinels are so happy to play chaotically like this.
Start from Sentinels, but now the push forward for Forsaken catches two of his own. The turn back around second, however, finds himself.
This map is making me think that Sentinels could lean into the chaos a little bit more with this version of the roster that has John Cutie and Zelsis on
Oh,
it.
you have to save this something. I mean, you don't have an answer.
Surely.
Yeah, in the next round.
Because they are just eating up PRX. Look at the beginning of this round. And Monya just gets absolutely farmed. I don't know what Monya's... I mean, Monya's going for like... This is like a weird version of the Fnatic play where instead of having your jet run down mid and play off the Sova ult, you just teleport into mid window. But yeah, Sentinels have been taking aggressive mid control with the breach flash a lot. So it just gets rolled.
The question is,
Alright, another round where PRX push mid again. And Zelsis is going to, again, flash mid.
Turn of the flash. Cover up there on the cloudburst.
Here comes Tens in his same Omen corner.
Forward comes in, Tens tucked in towards the cubby. Dash gonna be popped. Nothing spotted.
Drone doesn't see anybody short. Something doesn't want to push up. He's worried about Tens in these corners.
Towards the site side here
We'll move things along 10
Line here,
seconds.
tries to go for the shot, but Saucy's just a bit faster.
Alright, fuck it. We'll move things back 10 seconds.
that shadow step, another
Cyber
cyber
cage.
cage.
It gets popped. He's playing on such a slim little line here. Tries to go for the shot, but Saucy just a bit faster. Shuts him down. Now the Rolling Thunder opening up the bite. Gets in front of it, but he's only going to be good for one.
And again, this is going to be a really difficult retake. So I like Munyat's decision to smoke and Paranoia to try and get into the site. But this time the duelists... Ooh, Jing!
Finds himself in a 1v1.
Ooh!
Just arrives and says,
That's like the same kind of play that Something just did from the other side.
Oh man. Just
Not from the other side, from the same kind of position in short.
absolutely.
Hanger. Yeah. 3-1.
Alright.
Down to having knives.
Show me the overtime.
Dart up over the top. Dealt with. Second continuing.
What was the final score of this map? Am I just going to miss the entirety of Plat Chat?
So can just get himself tucked away into that A-long cubby. Drone
Deploying
Devi,
drone.
however, could flush him out.
Yeah, you gotta re-clear this, right? This was one of the
15-13? Okay. Alright, it's time to leave. It's time to leave. Who are we rating? I'm going to watch this as we set up and go live. What, who do we raid? 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 We raid Sliggy. Let's raid Sliggy. Sliggy TV. Raid your fucking podcast? I don't think... Plat Chat isn't live, is it? I don't think we're live on Twitch. I think we stopped doing that. Didn't we? And you can't raid a YouTube stream. Dude, fuck it. It still goes live on Twitch. You know what? I'm just going to stop my stream.